Let the momentum of the card do the work for you. It's all in the wrist.
Not bad. Now you want to see a thing of beauty? Bingo, bango, bongo.
That's good. It's good to be positive despite making zero progress in a year.
How is it to be back? Great to see you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's amazing. We had as much fun as you would imagine. We all love each other, and we want to keep coming back for as many as people will let us do.
I thought it was really phenomenal what
Yeah?
you guys pulled off. Yeah, I really liked
It's hard with the sequel, right?
It's very hard
Yeah.
with the sequel in the first place, but you guys did a really good job.
I'm so glad you think so.
Yes, for sure.
The eye. It may not lie, but don't think for a moment that it can't be lied to. Seeing is believing, but is it truth?
Seeing is believing. Yeah, what can I say about that? That sounds interesting. What else? What are the other taglines? It's like, the closer you look, the less you see. Maybe I'll go off of that. 'Cause like with magic, I think the magicians I'm most impressed by are the guys who do close-up magic.
Right.
Who are doing magic literally like right in front of your face. And so you're watching every little move that they're doing, and you're thinking, there's no way they can trick me. I'm seeing it right here. And they're so skilled, and they just put so much work into it to make it look so fluid and seamless. And I can't believe what those guys pull off. And so that is my answer to your question.
Now you're quite into magic yourself, okay? So now
Yeah.
you're the kind of person, when you see magic, is it something like you just get fascinated by it, or do you have to know how it's done?
I don't have to know how it's done. I'm very curious to know how it's done, but it's not something that eats at me. And at this point, it's like we've learned enough about magic, and we've learned enough about how certain tricks are done, that if I'm seeing magic now, if someone's doing something where I can't even begin to figure out how they're doing it, I'm just more impressed than anything, because of the fact that we know, at this point, we know what to look for. And if we can't find it, then I just give them credit and I sit back and enjoy.
Enjoy it. Another thing we see, which is very interesting, I find, is hypnotizing.
Sure.
Have you ever felt, or have you ever been hypnotized? Or if you could hypnotize somebody now to get something out of them, who would it be and what would it be for?
I've never been hypnotized, but I had Keith Barry, who was a mentalist, and he was on our set. I had him try to hypnotize me, and I did not fully fall asleep,
No?
but I did get a little woozy. I felt a little out of it, and so there's something to say about that. And then if I were to hypnotize someone, oh wow. Let's see. Do you have a good answer to that? Who would you hypnotize?
Oh, I don't know.
No? Someone in your family? A friend?
No, and to get something out of it, I mean, what would you want?
I feel like I'm a pretty upfront person, that if I want to know something, I'm going to ask you. Yeah, I don't need to hypnotize you. Yeah.
When was it you fell in love with the magic of movies?
I think when I was 14, my very first job, I worked at a very small video store, and they let me take home, I think, 3 movies. Every time I worked, they would let me take home 3 movies, and that's how I started seeing everything. How I started seeing all the classics, and from there on out, I was in love with movies, and I always wanted to be a part of them, but I never thought it was realistic, just because I specifically never thought I would be acting. I was a very shy kid growing up, and then I came down to LA eventually to go to school. And then once I was in LA, I got kind of pushed into an acting class, and I'm going on a huge tangent right now, but once I was in that acting class, it took me a long time to really become comfortable and warm up to it, because I'd never done any kind of performing before. And I think I stuck with it, though, because of how much I love movies, and I just wanted to be involved any way I could.
I'm extremely happy you did.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.